Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. So, over the past several days, we have continued to receive reports of an ongoing buildup of Ethiopian army forces, Amharan paramilitary militia forces that have been building up within the vicinity of Dessie, and this is in all likely have been going on for some time now, more than just a few days. And we were aware that there was a very large component of the Ethiopian slash Amharan military inside the city of Dessie that included main battle tanks, mini trucks, vehicles, armored vehicles, artillery, had been massing and was, in fact, in the vicinity of Dessie and Kombolcha. And we have continued to receive reports of a possible operation, an offensive operation that would start within the vicinity of Dessie, and its goal would be to push north towards the city of Weldia. And the chatter and information that we are getting today would indicate that some sort of operation has started north of the city of Dessie by the Amhara militias and Ethiopian military. This operation obviously is starting. Its kickoff point is just north of the city of Dessie, and will travel along a frontal zone both west and east of the A2 highway. And just how big is this operation? Well, it's unknown at this point. It really is. It could be a reconnaissance in force in a northerly direction towards Weldia. It could be the start of an all-out offensive. Now, with that being said, the forces that we have been seeing building up in and around Dessie are significant. They appear to be fairly well equipped in terms of the force composition that we're seeing. At the same time, we are also seeing sizable formations of fairly unorganized and ill-equipped forces as well on the part of the Amhara militias and Ethiopian military. We do see that there is fairly significant mechanizations in terms of trucks, tanks, armored vehicles that have been deployed into the area. We continue to hear about possible drone use in the area as well. But again, if the operation is intended to push all the way to Dessie, Weldia, we're looking at about a 40-mile push north through some very rugged terrain along the A2 highway. A lot of this, you have both rugged terrain and then you have urban areas that can be used as fortifications by the Tigrayan Defense Forces, and in all likelihood would be utilized as fortifications by the Tigrayan Defense Forces. We also have, again, just in referencing the terrain features, we do know that the Tigrayan Defense Forces have engaged in the building of fortifications, have placed heavy artillery on terrain features that can fire down upon targets moving up the A2 highway. But again, we continue to hear that the operation is targeted towards Weldia, but understand that if the main body of the forces are starting and resonating in Dessie, that is a very significant march. Even just as a bird flies, that's 40 miles. So it would be a very significant objective for the Ethiopian military to push north towards Weldia and have that kind of success. Is it possible? It is. It is possible. Will we actually see that happen? Doubtful. The amount of casualties and the destruction of equipment that the Ethiopian military sustained in the Tigray region would require a fairly significant ongoing reconstruction process of the Ethiopian military machine and apparatus to see it be able to push 40 miles north from its current location and seize a fairly large city or town of Weldea. That has fairly mountainous terrain features both to the east, in the southwest, and south of the city as well. So this is going to be a very, very tough fight as the Ethiopian military continues or is even able to push to the outskirts of Weldea. Because again, they're not even on the outskirts of Weldea yet. They're many, many miles south of Weldea, and that would call for a push up north through several towns such as Mersa and other areas as well. But again, we're going to keep an eye on the situation and report on what's going on. But it would appear that there is information coming out of the region that would indicate that, on at least initially, Ethiopian Amharan forces have started a push north towards Weldea, if that is in fact its goal. Now, we also want to pay attention to other areas as well. Are we going to see a multifaceted, multi-pronged attack by the Ethiopian military? Is it even possible that they have that kind of capability? Could we see something come out of the Amhara region in an effort to possibly launch an operation north of Kobo with the intent of trying to cut off parts of the Tigrayan Defense Forces from its supply lines along the A2 highway south? Again, that is not the only method of transport into the Amhara region that the Tigray Defense Forces have. They have secured areas in and around Sokoto. They are able to travel from the Tigray region south along this roadwork here down into Sokoto, down towards Lalibela, and then obviously down more towards Gashina as well. But again, very, very early in this operation to really kind of figure out what is happening, how intense the fighting is, how motivated will this force of the Ethiopian military be to press forward once it's been engaged by some of these battle-hardened Tigrayan Defense Force units that are located in the vicinity north of Dessie and south of Weldea. But again, very early, and we will continue to monitor the situation and report as we have news on the ongoing fighting. Have a good day, everybody.